So you've done more than 50 movies in...
Have I?
Yes.
I didn't count.
More than 50 movies in more than 25 years of career.
Okay.
And most of them were action movies. You started Johnny Stop. You did also a movie with Tsui Hark, Time and Tide.
Yes.
So you're already familiar with action movies. So I want to know what did influence you among your action movies that you made during your career? Why did you decide at one point to become an action director in this new movie?
Well, I guess that's my true passion. I've always really, I still love action movies. And I think Hong Kong cinema has always had a very unique way of doing action. And I think I should try to inspire the younger generation to get to know more about, our kind of action movies.
The first movie I've seen of you was Scope, and I've seen the documentary, and there were Jackie Chan. And Jackie Chan says briefly, "Oh, Nicholas Tse is the new Jackie Chan." What do you think about this quote?
I think he's, I don't think anybody can match him, And I guess, things that they used to do is really crazy. And I think that has also motivated the Hong Kong action cinema for so long. And then, for the past 15 years, CGI came along and it changed the world. Of course, CGI has brought in a lot of new inspirations to movie cinema. But I guess you'll see through this film, Custom Frontline, and also my next film, I'm actually doing 90% of the big stunts, not 100% of the big stunts without CGI. The explosions are real, the car crashes are real, me falling off the 7-story container is real. So I'm actually trying to go back in time and do the stunts that way, yeah.
So can you can you present your characters in Custom Frontline? What the story is about and what the characters you play?
Well, I am Hong Kong Customs, and I think it's actually a new theme for Hong Kong cinema, and it's never really been shot before, so that got me really interested in the project, and working with Herman Yau and Jackie Chung. I haven't worked with these guys for many years, so I think that it was a very rare opportunity.
Qui peuvent-ils être? Moi, j'en sais rien. Des gens qui t'en veulent, peut-être.
Ces types ne sont pas discrets. C'est qu'une question de temps. Ils finiront par faire une erreur.
T'es bien présomptueux.
And what can you tell me about the evolution of the characters that you play? Because recently I've seen Waging Fire. It's a very intense role. Maybe it's one of your best roles. I feel that. And what can you tell me about the direction that you want your career to take, especially playing a very intense character?
Well, especially like you said, I just finished the 2 years ago. We aired the Raging Fire. And I was more of a kind of a devious, kind of a antagonist kind of guy. So I wanted my next role after Raging Fire to be the total opposite. As an actor, I think that would just be more fun to be able to act both black and white. Yeah.
And so, as an action director, who inspired you as other action directors?
Well, I think all the greats, you know, Jackie, Donnie, Samo, all these guys were, you know, up till today, they're my idols. And I think they have inputted so much, not only to Hong Kong cinema, but to come in contact with the whole world and to inspire people how we do action movies.
Est-ce que tu peux me dire pourquoi tu n'as pas tiré à Shaolin? Par pitié?
Je vais tous vous tuer!
Ma fille ne serait pas morte alors qu'il est! T'aurais dû mourir!
Tu m'as enseigné que ceux qui n'exploitaient pas leurs atouts risquaient d'y rester.
I think action movies is especially fighting, I guess. To me, it's no different than writing script. You know, how we design punches, kicks, flips, or whatnot, body language itself should be treated as just say, you know, reading script. It should deliver the same meaning as a script. You know, I think the character needs this kind of body language to be complete. Yeah.
Pour les flics, c'est un informateur. Pour la mafia, c'est un traître. Infiltré. Anticipé. Survivre. Jusqu'où peut-on aller quand on n'a plus le choix? The Insider, combattre le crime de l'intérieur.
How do you become a better actor? Movie after movies.
A lot of time it takes life experience. There are these things that you will not know or not understand until you reach a certain age. So I guess time and experience and just a lot of practice, I guess. Yeah.
And are you doing researches? Are you getting into character and doing researches and sometimes?
Sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about your method?
It depends on the role, and I like to travel a lot. I actually like to just watch different cultures, different people. I may sit in the MTR for a day, just to try to understand different people. You know, it's very interesting, but yeah, it takes time. Yeah.
Maybe somebody asked you the question already before, but were you inspired by your father when you start acting?
No, actually, because I guess our generation gap was actually quite substantial. So his movies were mostly in black and white. And when I was maybe a teenager, he already stopped acting. So of course I've seen his work, but I guess, yeah, it was just very different.
And did he give you any advice when you step into the acting world?
Him giving me advice?
Yeah, did he say something? Yeah.
Actually, not too much, really. Yeah, he actually gave me a lot of freedom into becoming my own self. Yeah.
So talking about the last movie, what was the difficulties having two functions, like actor and action director? How difficult was it? And do you have any scenes that you remember that was kind of?
Yeah, it is actually quite difficult trying to balance both being the actor and the action director, because Sometimes I'm just in these weird situations, maybe like on top of a container that's 7 stories high, and I couldn't see the playback. So I would have to spend a lot of time coming back down and them bringing me the monitor to see if the shot was okay or not, and things like that. It's not convenient. But challenge-wise, the biggest challenge is always to trying to persuade the director to let me do my own stunt, because they think it's so dangerous. You want to do this? That's crazy. We've practiced for 2 months, so let me do it. I just have to spend a lot of time to talk them into, letting me do all this stuff. Yeah.
How was it working with director Herman Yau?
Actually, I worked with Herman 20 years ago, and we haven't worked together since. So it's a pleasure, and I think it came out very smooth. And he's a very, very, quick director. So you better get your shit together, or else, yeah.
And who was the director surprised you? Like among your career, you work with the top directors like Tsui Hark, you work with Benny Chan, and the late Benny Chan, yeah.
Yeah. Of course, Benny is someone who I've worked very closely, for a long time. And Tsui Hark is another very unique character. Yeah, he used to tell me this when we were fighting in the Time and Tide, long time ago. Okay, you come in the screen here. This is where you go out of screen. You go in there, and you fight until I run out of film. I said, what? So what I do? I don't care. I don't want any pauses. You just fight the guy. So we used to, he would just action, and we would just go in there and fight as real as possible. He didn't want to see any poses, any rest. If we saw a table, we'd pick up the table and chuck it at the other guy. Yeah, that was the old days.
I love Hong Kong movies because one of the things I like about Hong Kong movies is because they were not using CGI, and I was thinking when I discovered them in the 80s that they were better than Hollywood movies because they were low budget but original, and they can do that what no other country can do. What do you think about that?
That's what I'm trying to redo in my upcoming movies, even in Custom Frontlines. Yeah, I think this statement has to be reintroduced to the younger generation. But it's very hard, I guess, because everybody, especially for the past 15 years, everyone's getting so comfortable with CGI. To me, an action movie is not an action movie if there's no danger involved. If it is CGI, and the actor itself is not involved in the car crash and the fights, there's no pain nor explosions, then it's a CGI movie. It's a Marvel movie. It's not a Hong Kong action movie, right? So that's what I'm trying to reintroduce. I'm not saying Marvel movies are not good. I'm just saying it's not that our kind of action movie. So that's what we're trying to reintroduce.
Si l'un de vous fait tout foirer, je ferai preuve d'aucune pitié.
Toi, tu passes ton temps à assister à des enterrements.
J'assisterai peut-être au tien.
And what can you already tell about your next project?
Well, I just finished Raging Havoc. That is the part 2 of Raging Fire. And man, that is some heavy, heavy stunts and fighting. So we're going into the post-production right now, and hopefully we will be announcing another project in summer.
Okay. Okay, the movie was not screened here yet, but how do you feel being here, like in Italy, and for the world premiere of Frontline?
Well, it just took me 20 hours from Shanghai. It took us 9.5 hours from Shanghai to Dubai. We stopped at 3.5 hours in Dubai. From Dubai to Venice took another 6.5, and another 1.5 from Venice to Udine. So I'm very excited. And yeah, just jet lagged. More weapons, more deaths. We want the world to know.
Talking again about action directing, I know that most of the action directors, a lot of action directors in Hong Kong, they were like also directing the scene. Actually, I've seen. I was even on the set on Twins Effect. Donnie Yen was directing the scene, and Don Tellam was doing the. You know, what can you tell me about that? Did you direct some scene like proper? No. And do you plan? So do you plan to actually go into directing?
We have a project that we might be I might be directing, the police story too. Yeah, so because Jackie wants to do that, and but we're still in the pre-production part, so we're not going to start it this year. Hopefully, we'll get it done within next or the year after. Yeah.
So last message for the French audience, because I'm from France and because we love Hong Kong cinema.
Thank you for supporting Hong Kong cinema or Chinese cinema, and I hope that you'll like the Customs Frontline.
Thank you very much.
Merci. We're really honored to be premiering Customs Frontline tonight, and you guys will be the first in the world to actually see it. We are still doing some final editing, but this will be a very raw experience, and we hope you like it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We really hope to see you again on this stage very, very soon. We'll be with you forever. We love Hong Kong. So.
Thank you. Thank you.
好，香港電影加油！
Yeah. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Erika. E viva Hong Kong! Ciao!